Hey there everyone, and welcome to Bill's Retro Gaming Show. On today's video, we're going to be catching up on some of the latest news, including some things coming from Nintendo, a return of a lost classic arcade game, and a new release for iiRcade. So, let's get started. Alright everyone, as always, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate every time you guys come on and watch one of my videos. If this is your first time on the channel, be sure to hit that subscription button. Click the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I put up a new video. Give this one a thumbs up and leave a comment below if you want to be part of the conversation. So let's jump in with some stuff coming out of Nintendo, and we're going to start with a release date for something that they've had in the planning stages for quite some time. Check it out. And of course, this is Super Nintendo World coming to Universal Studios Hollywood in Hollywood, California. Now, like I said, this has been in the planning stages for quite some time. They opened up the Super Mario World in Japan last year, I think it was. And this is the first one in the US coming to California. Now, this is tentatively scheduled to open February 17th of 2023. So yep, that's right. Super Mario World will be coming to Hollywood, California next February. I'm actually kind of excited for them bringing this to Universal Florida in the next year or so. I'm not quite sure when that is supposed to happen. But for me, getting to Florida is a little bit easier than getting to California. I do go to Florida every once in a while. My mom happens to live down there, so it's a good opportunity to go visit her and then go hit some of the theme parks. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. But you guys who are out on the West Coast or closer to California, let me know. Are you excited for this to come about? Are you interested in checking out this park? From the trailers and the things I've seen, it looks like it's really followed the same model here that the one in Japan has, with Peach's Castle, with the Mario Kart ride, just a bunch of different things that look very similar to the one that was in Japan. So let me know what you guys think. Are you excited for this park to finally come to the US? All right, moving on to other news. Still staying with Nintendo, though, they did something very sneaky, as they are wont to do, and stealth dropped a bunch of new Genesis games for the Nintendo Switch Online yesterday. Here we go. So, yesterday afternoon, Nintendo did surprise us with 4 new games for the Genesis app if you are a Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack member. And the 4 games that they added are Alien Storm, Golden Axe 2, Columns, and Virtua Fighter 2. So overall, I would say this is kind of a great collection for them to add. Alien Storm's fantastic arcade game. Same thing with Golden Axe 2. Columns being kind of their answer to Tetris, because Tetris was such a big hit for Nintendo around this time that the puzzle craze, these puzzle type games really kind of took off around then, and Columns was kind of their answer to it. It was a fun game, fun 2-player competition, so definitely one to play around with and check out. Then, of course, there's Golden Axe 2, the follow-up to the original Golden Axe. And, again, just a great arcade beat-em-up. Lots of fun to play. Unfortunately, you are stuck with 2 players when playing the Genesis version. There is no 3-player option, but it is a pretty good approximation of the arcade game. And then last but not least, of course, is Virtua Fighter 2 for the Genesis. Now, obviously, the Genesis version can in no way compete with the polygonal look of the arcade version of this. It really was scaled down to fit on the Genesis. But having said that, it's not a bad 2D beat-em-up. So there you have it. That is 4 more games for the Genesis app on the Nintendo Switch if you are an expansion pack member. Like I said, all fun games. Virtua Fighter 2, like I said, probably being the least effective of these ones that they've released, only because it is just so different from the actual arcade game in the fact that it's not polygonal based. It's not really a 3D fighter. There's only, you know, back and forth movement like a typical 2D fighter would have. But like I said, in order to get this on the Genesis, it wasn't a bad approximation to have a P be available for the Genesis. And hey, you know, it's definitely worth checking out. So there you go. That is the news I have for the Nintendo. Actually, one other thing, I just wanted to bring it up real quick. I don't have anything queued up for this, but again, if you are a Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack member, don't forget that they did release Wave 3 of the DLC for Mario Kart 8. So you can now get 8 new courses for Mario Kart 8. I think this came out at the beginning of December, or, you know, maybe like a week or so ago. Honestly, I have not had a chance to download them yet and check them out, but they are available. So if you have not gone and gotten them yet, go ahead and check them out. All right. But that's going to do it for the Nintendo news. Let's move on to something else. All right, so like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, one of the things I wanted to talk about today was the return of a, like I said, quote-unquote, lost classic arcade game. Really not so much lost. The game in question is called Akka Arrh, and it was originally produced for the arcades in 1982 from Atari, but never actually released. I think playtesters found the game too hard, too confusing, so Atari kind of canned it, and it never saw an official release into the arcades. Now, we have seen this game come about very recently. First off, Arcade1Up does have it on their Atari Legacy cabs. I have the Tempest version of the Atari Legacy, and Akka Arrh is on there, and actually I found it a very fun game. I kind of like it. And then, of course, Atari just released their Atari 50th collection, and if you own that, you know that Akka Arrh is also included on that. Well, now we've got a reimagined version of this game coming. Here it is, check it out. All right, so this is an updated version of the game Akka Arrh. And this is actually being created by Jeff Minter. Now, Jeff Minter is probably best known as the creator of Tempest 2000. So he's putting his kind of psychedelic spin onto Akka Arrh. And I gotta say, the game actually looks like a lot of fun. Yeah, it's definitely got that same kind of vibe as a lot of the other reimagined games that Atari has been putting out lately. So, you know, if you've seen this game, like I said, on any of the collections or on the Arcade1Up Legacies, and you're a fan of it, this is definitely one to check out. This is scheduled to come to PC, PS4 and 5, Xbox, Switch, and Atari VCS in early 2023. So like I said, this looks like a lot of fun. Definitely one that I am looking forward to checking out when it comes out. Again, Jeff Minter, very well known for Tempest 2000 and a few other games for Atari. You could definitely see his spin on it when you look at this if you're familiar with those games. So yeah, definitely one to look forward to when it comes out early next year. And like I said, I am actually a fan of the game. I think it is a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to checking this one out. All right, and finally, I just want to wrap up this video real quick with a look at a new game that just released today for iiRcade, just in time for the holidays. All right, and this is Clausecraft. This is another one from In-City Games, and as you can see, it's a very Christmassy, holiday-themed game where you drive Santa around on this little hovercraft type thing, picking up packages to drop them into these little naughty or nice buckets, while avoiding cannons and other obstacles. Now, I gotta say, definitely not one that I'm interested in picking up right away. I mean, it looks kind of cute, but really not my thing personally. But again, this looks like the kind of game, though, if you've got young kids, they may find it a lot of fun to play, especially, like I said, for Christmas. So, you know, if you like in-city games, if you like things like this, then it's definitely one to check out on your iiRcade. Yeah, so that is Clausecraft for iiRcade. The game is available on the store right now. It retails for $4.99. So, like I said, if you are a fan of in-city games, other games on iiRcade, you may just like this one. Not really my kind of thing, personally, but like I said, don't let that deter you. That's just my personal preference, my personal taste. Just want to let you guys know that it is available. All right, that is going to do it for this video. Nice, short and sweet. Like I said, wanted to catch up on some recent news and let you guys know what's going on. I will have more for you in the future, so stay tuned, all right? Like I said, if you are just checking this out for the first time, be sure to hit that subscription button, click the notification bell to be notified whenever I put up a new video. Don't forget to give this one a like if you enjoyed it, and leave a comment below on what we discussed today. Let me know if you're excited for Super Mario World, if you're enjoying the Genesis games on your Nintendo Switch. Are you interested in this new take on Akka Arrh, and what do you think of Clausecraft for iiRcade? It's going to do it for now, and I will see you again soon. Have a great day.